Ever since the 5.0 trailer dropped, everyone's been wondering the same thing: where is Columbina? Is she going to be playable, and will she appear in Natlan? These questions make sense for two reasons. One, we haven't seen or heard anything about Columbina in the last two Natlan trailers. And two, the 5.0 trailer features Capitano but not Columbina, so is he going to be playable in Natlan instead? These questions are understandable because Arlecchino was featured in the first two Fontaine trailers, and later she became playable. So in this video, we will take a look at everything we know about Columbina, including her release date. But before that, if you're planning to pull on the current banners but have run out of Primo Gems, I have something definitely worth trying. Loot Bar is a great way to top up for your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, as you can get up to a 20% discount on your top-ups. I've been using it for over a year, and it has literally saved me thousands of dollars. It's also in direct partnership with authorized top-up partners of Hoyoverse, so every top-up you do is processed through Hoyoverse's routing channels. And it offers the cheapest prices by leveraging favorable exchange rates, so it's 100% safe and secure, so check the link in the description or pinned comment to get an extra 5% discount. Coming back to Columbina, according to White, she will appear either in version 5.1 or 5.2. Other than Columbina, Capitano, Wanderer, and Dottore are expected to appear in Natlan's main storyline as well, and Columbina will be on cleanup duty after whatever Capitano does in Natlan. As for her kit and playstyle, she will be a 5-star cryo sword user, and she is going to be a main DPS, just like every other Fatui Harbinger we've gotten so far. Regarding her playability, according to various sources, she will definitely be playable in Natlan, and her banner is expected to release around version 5.5 or 5.6. Natlan's story is pretty complicated, so we'll have to wait until version 5.0 comes out to understand what's going on in Natlan. That will give us a better idea of when she'll be playable. As for Capitano, he will be playable as well, but in the future, after Columbina is released, and that's what the Fatui wheel suggests as well. Of course, there is a chance that both of them could become playable in Natlan since we are so close to the last region, but that's less likely to happen in Natlan. However, it might be possible in Snaznaya, I mean releasing two playable Fatui Harbingers. Moving on to some details about her age, personality and voice lines. Her age, voice and appearance suggest she is 15 years old, but in actuality, she is more than 450 years old. Her voice sounds like that of a young girl. She sounds weak, or a bit dozy, but not as much as Chi-Chi, and Columbina is also more mature than her. She used to be affiliated with an Archon in Natlan, but we don't know which Archon she was acquainted with, as there's a good chance that Natlan has or had more than 2 or 3 Archons. Regarding her personality, she always lacks vigor, and that's why she appears fragile, like she's ill. She's also a bit obtuse, but not foolish, and she doesn't have a bad temper either. She's basically nice and obedient to people she is impressed with. She won't be harsh to even people she hates, but she will avoid them, so you are advised not to bother her too much. Even in combat, her nature is very polite. She doesn't show any aggressiveness or malice, and she will never feel excited or afraid in combat, like a robot or something. For her, killing is a very ordinary thing, like breathing or walking. Being covered in blood is as normal as getting soaked in rain, so that's more than enough to understand why you should not get on her bad side. Also, she never controls her power, so she often causes a lot of unnecessary damage. We don't know if she doesn't know how to control her powers, or if she just doesn't care, but if she's fighting against us, I'm running away from Natlan as fast as I can, because that girl sounds terrifying for my traveler who has a rusty blade and has lost his powers. In short, she is a seemingly ignorant young girl, very polite but appears weak, and lacks common knowledge. However, she will cause harm without even knowing it, so she is a very dangerous enemy. Apart from this information, we have also got some trial voice lines of hers. The first voice line says, "Trelawney said I should be polite to everybody." Before her identity is uncovered, she acts like a hazy noble young girl, very polite and a bit shy, but after that, God knows what she'll do. Her second voice line says, "Could you please spare no effort when fighting me? I'm sure you will be able to break my defenses, cut through my skin, and make me bleed." She makes it sound like a very sincere request, but she says frightening things in a gentle manner. Her third voice line, but that is the meaning of life, isn't it? To kill enemies or be killed by enemies, that's what they said before they left. After I came to Snezhnaya, everybody still expected me to keep on like this, so did I do anything wrong? So she's basically very perplexed about people who don't want to fight with her, even feeling guilty about it, as if she did something wrong, not at all realizing that her beliefs are so distorted. Well, that's all the information I have about Columbina, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss any updates.